And now to this, a judge could decide whether to block a state Senate committee from compelling testimony and text messages from Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis.
That's right. She is on the agenda for tomorrow for this Senate committee. 11 Alive's Doug Richards is here with more on what we can expect, Doug.
Yeah, you know, this whole case kind of comes down to some partisan anger from Republicans over Fani Willis's prosecution of an election case against former President Donald Trump, which has shifted from a courtroom to a legislative committee and probably back. In February, Fulton DA Fani Willis was on a witness stand answering questions about her personal relationship with Nathan Wade. Willis's office had hired Wade to lead the election interference case against Donald Trump, but he was forced to step down because of issues connected to his relationship with Willis. Now a state Senate investigative committee is issuing subpoenas to question Willis again and to compel her to turn over months of text messages between the pair. But Willis is expected to skip the Republican-led committee as she seeks guidance from a court on whether the legislative committee can compel her testimony. Jason Estevez is one of 3 Democrats on the panel.
The Senate is trying to use power that has not been used before to subpoena state and local officials and to compel testimony. We haven't seen that before.
Willis argues that the Senate panel's demand for months of text messages is too much for her office, which she says has already slammed prosecuting criminal cases.
All right, so Doug, we know they're going to have this meeting, but does this legislative committee have any power? Can they do anything?
Well, that's one of the questions that the court is going to figure out. The legislature has powers of the purse string over prosecuting, to some extent, over prosecuting attorney offices. And so that is the leverage that they have politically, at least.
Yeah, so kind of indirectly there. All right, Doug Richards, thank you so much for that.